Hello, it's me, Neonboy04, and I'm going to show you some stuff for Become One, the jam I did. I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you some stuff that didn't get seen, or some fun facts, or stuff that wasn't shown, because I could only show so much during that, and there's a lot of cool stuff that I think people should see, so I'm going to show them. So right now we're in the starter room. Didn't really get a good glimpse of it, but this is the spawn where everyone did the intro and stuff. And over here, these are the doors that you can see at the very start that aren't as significant as they seem. And then over here, well, you can't see it, but if I go up here, yeah, here's this trap, the lava trap, the fire trap that killed Tech. It's really hard to see the wire, but if you look closely, there it is. So yeah, we'll get to that later. But anyway, let's start the map from the very beginning. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so here we are in this little area. So we have this book. It says welcome by question mark, question mark, question mark. And then there's the book. It says, here it is. So lights, camera, action, smile for the camera. So 7 will have to become 1, one way or another. That was some interesting foreshadowing. And so I knew everyone would be thrown here together. And basically, as soon as people are put in here, they'll start looking for stuff. But obviously, if you look around here, there doesn't seem to be that much in this room. Although, if you know where to look, you probably notice this little thing here. But there's a bunch of people walking around, jumping around. You're probably less likely to spot this little difference, especially if you're not looking for it. And so that's exactly what happened. I prevent people from rushing ahead way too early and taking time to think by doing something that would require people to slow down and think in order to find it. And sure enough, after a bit, people found it. So don't get abandoned, don't get left behind. I was left there just so that people wouldn't dawdle behind. And then there's the code, 6201. So you enter the code, go through here. Now, okay, this was meant to be a bit more of something, but yeah, the solution is pretty obvious. But if someone was just really not thinking about it, they might try and jump from here to there, and that would be impossible, and they'd land in the spikes. But yeah, the simple solution is to just walk across here. Now, I was considering having like barbed wire for here, but I realized you'd be forced to walk against this and take damage, and that'd be an unnecessarily high risk of dying. So yeah, you walk across here, you go here, and then this door opens up. And it's like, oh boy, I need to get across there. But if I go off the pressure plate, oh no, it closes. And also, yeah, that's the natural noise it makes. Now obviously what would happen is that one person would stand here, the door would open. I never tested if it could open with an item, but yeah, no, look at that. An item won't work. You need a player. So yeah, this place would be impossible if somehow 6 people died to the spikes down here. Since things don't matter and I'm the creator of this map, I can do whatever I want. So we're just gonna do some magic here and get through these doors. Now if you had friends, unlike me, you'd be able to stand here and open up the door and they would all come running through. And then there's this little puzzle here, which is how many a grown human, and then it shows a bone. So the password here is 206 because humans have 206 bones when they become an adult. They actually have more as a child, but they fuse as you grow up, so you're left with only 206. Also, there are some green lights here because I was planning on maybe having some atmospheric lighting that never came into being. Okay, so now we go up here. There's red lights which are here for the same reason. Now if you stand here, you're supposed to get locked in there. But yeah, I don't have any friends. So originally these levers were going to be like, let me show you. They were going to be valves. But because of the way the stuff behind the scenes work, I can't do that without causing too much strain. So yeah, if I do this, I do that, it just simply won't work. Also because I made it powered by redstone, so it won't show what I mean. But here, look. There's that. There's the blue ones going down, and then there's that going, and then that going, and then you would reach the button. Which, fun fact, the original button was impossible for anyone in adventure mode to press. I didn't realize that because I was always playing creative, and I didn't think it would matter. So off screen, like off camera, I had to actually swap the button in front of them. I'm gonna show this right now.
Ooh,
Then
granite.
Yippee!
Okay,
I have no idea what just
Wait.
happened.
I can't
What does that
hit the
button
button.
do?
can't hit the button.
I can't hit the
Yeah,
button. I'm not even kidding. I'm right clicking
Why are the
and it's not
lanterns in
working.
this room
Let me
red?
try something. Let me try
Maybe
this.
it's the blood room.
Now try pressing it.
Maybe I shouldn't be in here then.
Can you still not press it?
Ooh. Band-aids.
What
Oh,
is
there we
that?
go.
Oh, that was.
Oh,
Wait, I got
Cool.
2. Who wants one?
Okay, now that you've seen that, I want to show you some other stuff that definitely wouldn't have been shown. So, if we sneak our way back here, this is what the mechanics of the stuff looks like. Well, it's kind of dark, so let's grab ourselves some night vision and some milk. And you can't have milk without cookies, so let's grab some of those too. Now here's some stuff. You might not be able to tell what's going on, but basically the levers activate this, which changes the direction of the gears, which is powered by these motors. And so the gears go along and they go down their different paths, sorted by whatever color it is, and then they come down here where some doors are made to open and other ones are made to be shut, depending on which way the lever is. And so putting them all together, like having all these different gears, that creates a lot of strain. So if I were to try using a valve, it just simply wouldn't turn at all, because that's just how the mod was made. There might have been a solution to that, but I didn't know it at the time of building this, and I did not really want to spend much longer building this, because this area took me like a whole day to make, just for it to be completed in like 30 seconds, which I expected, but still. Also, yeah, this redstone here. So yeah, so I probably should have shown you this before going through it. So, okay, so basically what happens is there are some secret pressure plates that are put underneath here. So, this stuff, 4 of these are actually pressure plates made to look like the blocks, which I use using the Hidden Blocks mod, the Secret Rooms mod. Step on that. That activates redstone. It goes up here and does some stuff. And so this basically makes it so that the door won't reopen even if you step on the pressure plates. And so you have to go all the way through here to press this button. And once you press the button, it goes up and it basically deletes this redstone so that the door here reopens. And then it also comes down here and cuts off this redstone to make sure no other weird stuff happens. Comes down here, and then it breaks this redstone, which activates these doors and makes these super secret hidden doors open. Which, yeah, these are also secret doors. secret iron doors, so you couldn't just right click on them and randomly open them. Anyway, let's show you over here. So here's a fun room, the acid room. I'm gonna grab this lantern. So yeah, your point was to jump through the parkour and then get through. So you go here, go here, go here. Uh-oh. You don't want to do that. There isn't anything crazy down here, but yeah, this is basically just some special water. So you have fake water, which basically is supposed to look like regular water, except it hurts you. It's not a separate acid thing. I just made this a swamp biome, so it looks all green and acidy. But yeah, since I'm in creative, I won't get hurt. But I'll show you what happens if you aren't in creative and touch some of this stuff. Yeah, that's real fast. Okay, I'm gonna turn on keep inventory because I don't want to lose my items again. But yeah, that's what would have happened. So yeah, you do the parkour, you go up here, go up here, go up here, and then you're here. You avoid touching this. Go here, here, here. You jump down, and now you wouldn't know where to go. But then I had it so that there's a secret thing right here. Now, if you're a person watching outside, you'd be able to stand here, and you wouldn't be able to see it from this angle, because if you got up, you would get hurt. But if you stand here, your light will actually illuminate the block you need to jump to for the person up there. So again, this technically would be possible with only one person, but it'd be significantly more difficult. Like the last two rooms, they would be impossible with only one person. But as soon as people can really start dying, that's when things get serious. So you can jump through there. Also, there's a secret chest, which if you went here and here, you jumped up here, and here's the chest. The loot wasn't that good. I probably should have put like a totem of undying or something in there, but whatever, you didn't see it anyway. So you do here, you jump through here. Oh. And there's that, and then the button. Press it, you open up. You can go through, then your friends can go through. And then there's this. There's the weird lighting glitches that keep happening for whatever reason. And then this room. This is a fun room. I actually came up with this riddle myself. Like, I'm sure there's like online versions of it, but yeah, this was pretty cool. Also, I didn't actually explain the riddle, so let me give an in-depth explanation. So, the far left furnace has a mine. The safe furnace is between two mine furnaces. Okay, so using just those two statements, this one has a mine, and it's in between two mine furnaces. So that means either this one and this one, or this one and this one. Because if it was this one, it's only between one, so that wouldn't work. So following those two, it's either this one or this one. So then we go here. The middle right furnace is a mine. So if this is a mine, and it's between two mine furnaces, it should be this. Then we get to 4, which says statement 1 is false. Okay, so if statement 1 is false, then this one is safe. Okay, then we have every even statement is false, which is immediately followed up by statement 5 is false. So those two completely contradict each other. So it's really hard to tell what is the right one. However, for example, let's say that statement 5 is false. So if that's the case, then that means all of these statements should be true. But the thing is, statements 1, 2, and 4 contradict one another. Because if statement 4 is true, then that means the safe one is this one. But that contradicts statement 2, which says the safe furnace was between two mine furnaces. Therefore, statement 5 has to be true, which means that all the even statements, 2, 4, and 6, they're all incorrect. So that means statement 1 is false. That's not true, meaning 1 is true. And then 2, the safe furnace is between two mine furnaces. So if that's false, then that only leaves 1, because this one, number 1, eliminates this one, and then 2, being false, eliminates this one and this one. 3 also eliminates the third one. That means the only one left is this one, which is correct. Now, what I was expecting to happen is that whoever would do this, they would take their time solving it and then do it right away. And so they would have the button and feel like, oh, I can't get back out, but oh, I have the button now, so I can get back out. Now, obviously, since one of them exploded, this was not the case. Oh yeah, I should also show that in F3, all these furnaces look the same. Except if you're in creative, you can see that this one is legitimate. So yeah, I kind of forgot to turn off some F3 stuff, but I checked it myself to make sure you couldn't cheese it, but yeah. So yeah, this one explodes, this one explodes, this one explodes. This is the good one. So you go through here and enter 9344, and you go through here, and then, oh yeah, a lot of this was cut out, so I'll show this. Alright, so here's an interesting one. How many brains are in the average human body? The answer, 1. This is pretty much just to show you that the length of the code can be any length, even a single digit. Now, how many chromosomes in the average human body? This one's a little trickier. A few people thought 23. A few people had a few different varying answers, but the thing is, there's 23 pairs of chromosomes. So the correct answer would be 46. There's some food, but you have to divide evenly. Now, do you remember what the first 3 passwords were? Okay, so I do. So 6201 golden apple, and then 206 plaster, 9334 9344 gives you some shovels. Now, here's the tricky thing. Now look at this here. This seems so inconspicuous. You look at this and think, oh wow, that's the starting area. And then you walk through and then you die. But the way Tech died was very unfortunate. And I'm going to show you why. Because even though you wouldn't expect it at all, if you knew the tripwire was there, there's a few ways to avoid it. One of them is simply to jump over it like that. It's a little harder going backwards though, but possible. Now another one is to simply just run past it like that. Had he done that, Tech would have survived. But Tech's issue was that Tech's issue was that he stopped and stood in place, which means it went right down on his head, on his skull, and burned through his face skin. Okay, I'm gonna reload this for you. So when testing it, this is basically what I did. I let it keep making noises as also an indication to make sure that I need to stop it and to refill it to make sure I didn't mess it up. So you go here, get rid of this, because, well, let me just show you. So all this stuff is complete nonsense, doesn't have anything to do with the actual trap. The real magic is these little things and those dispensers. So you go back here, there's some command blocks here, and basically all they do is to say to put a little piece of redstone behind this little clock. And it activates these, it goes through here, and turns on these levers. These chutes don't do anything. Now, with that out of the way, I'm going to show you what happened to Tech and how he died. So the thing is, Tech was moving really slowly when he walked around, because he was kind of trying to be cautious, but I guess not cautious enough. But yeah, that's really hard to notice. So she was looking around, and it's like, oh, bam. Oh no! Fire! And he died. So yeah, this is really annoying, so I'm gonna just do that. I'm also gonna fill in these gaps, because it doesn't look all that nice. There we go, there we go. Also, yeah, these are supposed to be, yeah, if I light this up, it looks a lot nicer. Shows what it's kind of supposed to look like, but yeah. Anyway, there's a security camera here, and there's some stuff here. There's just some random skulls here. And then this is supposed to be a thing. There's some pressure plates here. Now what they were supposed to do is that when you come... Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. So, yeah, this was a thing that was supposed to happen that didn't happen. So when you step on those pressure plates, it would spawn in a gate here that was supposed to block your progress, because when you go through here, it'd be like choosing your fate, blah blah blah. Do you still have the button? And you realize, oh, I didn't grab the button. We should go back and grab it. And then you come back here, and it's like, oh no. And so then there's this whole room up ahead. Interesting room, nothing really crazy here. But yeah, this room. This was an interesting room because it did not really show its full opportunity. Alright, so 7 deadly paths. This is what this book is called. If you have the button, then feel free to ignore this book's contents and proceed onward. But if you're still reading this, then I suppose you're in dire trouble. 7 of you must enter, but only 5 can leave. Unless you already have less. Either way, only 5 people maximum can survive this. Each one of you must decide on a path to take. Do not have multiple people go in the same path. It will end poorly. And be sure to all go for it at once, or else you might leave behind your friends. Once everyone reaches the end of their path, they'll come across the door with the keypad. If the devil can't save you, then no one can. 2 of the doors are unsafe and won't open. Technically, only 2 of these paths are deadly. People will die. Will you? Huh. Okay, well that's the book. So yeah, so basically if you go through here and you step here, you get blocked, you can't go through. And then what's supposed to happen is that everyone would line up. Okay, let me just show you. Everyone would line up here, and then once it was time to go, you would activate his tripwire, and then you gotta go, go, go! Go fast! You gotta go through here! And it would be all glitchy, but I'll try and deal with that in editing. Which is like, ooh, look at this. Ooh, it's really tense. Which, this would have been really tense if Amethyst not touched the electric fence. I have to edit it to make look less glitchy, but anyway, you get here, all the way here. Oh, what's the passcode? What's the passcode? Only the devil, so it's 666. And then you're safe. And then you watch the saws come down as the ones who couldn't make it are slowly torn. And there it goes. Also, standing over here, it breaks the tripwire too. Also, there's some secret pressure plates so that if you go through the door as would be otherwise intended, you go through here, you put it there, and you go through here, and then activate anyway to show you what would happen. Because I figured that if someone had the button, then no one would go through here, but that's not what happened. So that resulted in a fatality. It's also all dark and scary and messed up here. Even if you did survive, there's no way you're getting out of here. So yeah, that's a scary trap. But also, some of them wouldn't open at all. As I said, there were 2 doors that wouldn't open. And so the first one wouldn't work, and this one also wouldn't work. So both of the edges, which it seems strange, but that's what RNG gave me, 1 and 7, to make them the ones that don't work. So that's exactly what I did. Now we come up here, and so it's not really clear, but so yeah, I feel like I should have made it more clear that this was a scanner, because if you look at this, it's called an inventory scanner. But if you're just looking at it, you won't know that, so maybe it'll kill you for all you know. So lanterns go here. You jump up here and see this little code up here. 8900. So I want to show you guys something because it was really cool, but it messed up because I didn't have a proper door for it. So there'd be this door that would come down, or was supposed to come down. I don't know if it'll work now. And also it doesn't register when it's just me, because of some security craft stuff. If you're the owner or something, it won't work. But also if I try and change the owner of this, it'll stop working. So I have a lantern, so I can walk through it just fine. But what's supposed to happen is that I go from here, the redstone activates, and this wall comes down with a bunch of sentry turrets, and they gun you down. Well, they're not gunning me down right now, they seem very passive. But if I do this... Oh yeah, they also won't attack me because I own them. Huh. Yeah. Let's see. Did I make them attack mobs? No, it's just players. You can die by my hands now. But yeah, this is a pretty spooky trap that didn't end up working, which is a shame. I didn't end up showing it off, but yeah, it would have been cool if someone activated this. Frankly, I'm glad I didn't because we got a lot cooler stuff from it. Now up here, this is the most interesting room of them all. Got this little staircase here, this door. Now this is a memorable room. Not for any of the right reasons. Because of this guy right here. So, yeah, I just threw this in as a gag gift. Oh, gag gift makes it seem... Oh, I guess it could be considered a gift, in a way. Yeah, this scene was golden in more ways than one. Scott became #1 by drinking #1. Yeah, it was... Yeah, Scott got thirsty because people didn't know what to do. It would have been more clear what to do had this been functioning, the camera monitor. Now if I go and turn this on, there's all these cameras that just wouldn't work. But for me, look at this. This is incredible. You could theoretically activate night vision too, but it's also connected to some simple voice chat stuff. So one annoying thing is that you have to go through manually, but look around. Look here. All the cameras were actually functional. Camera 3. This little area here. Completely functional. Camera 4. Camera 5. Camera 6. 7. 8. Camera 9. Okay, well, you can't really see that well, but this is the hallway where the grate was. 10. This one. It's basically on the other end of this. 11. This one was kind of not great because of the lanterns. 12. This little room here. 13. 14. This room here, which is exceptionally dark now. 15. This other hallway camera. Then you have 16. This little area. 17. Hey, look, that's me. Ain't that crazy? And then you have camera 18, which shows you this area, which normally you wouldn't be able to see. Now, had this camera been functional, you would have been able to tell where you might have needed to go. Because it's like, oh, what's this room? I've never seen this room. And then you see the conveyor belt, and you're like, oh, okay, it's the conveyor belt. But then there's this lever here too. So what's this lever do? Now you have to turn this on all the way, or else it won't work. Now you look back at camera 18, and it's like, oh, I see something there at the back of camera 18. Amazing. Oh yeah, before I forget, I just want to go back and mention something. This room was originally going to have spikes falling from the ceiling, and the reason I made it saws is because the weird spikes from the Trapcraft mod, you can't put them on anything except the floor, which is cringe, but yeah. Anyway, had the cameras worked, you'd have more incentive to come back here. Another redstone thing is that these doors would close automatically once someone would come through, but that doesn't really matter now since it didn't work at all anyway. So you come through here, enter through here, and then you wind up here. You gotta make a big leap of faith. Oh no! Also, this stuff down here isn't regular netherrack, although you wouldn't be able to tell because, wow, I actually created an impenetrable barrier. But yeah, these are actually different blocks from the Trapcraft mod that didn't really have a use. So I figured I'd put them in there, but it's impossible to tell that they're here anyway. So whatever. So now you go through here, or you try to, and then you have this. And now this door comes down, and there's some automatic light sensors here. And there's some stuff. There's some stuff. How many players does the test begin with? 7. How many sides are there on heptagon? 7. How many people could have survived up until now in this test? 7. How many people were supposed to survive? 7. How many people can survive the end of the test otherwise? 1. And that's what brings us here. Because I counted on the fact that there's no way 7 people were all surviving that. Even though I made it seem like... I felt like 2 people were gonna die, maybe. And then there would be a big battle royale. Yeah. Now this opens, dramatically opens. There's lights underneath here to make it more dramatic. A noise plays, which I didn't edit in. Now here's a real fun zone. Alright, so it's kind of hard to see this because of how dark it was, but yeah, let me show you a little grand tour. So yeah, there's all these spikes down here. You don't want to be down here. There's this little side, and then over here, the potato cannons. Now here are the 7 little stepping stools. Everyone would stand here, and it would light up and open the door. I wasn't really counting on people getting here. So in the off chance that it did happen, I did have an emergency door opener. And it would open, and dramatically slowly open. Oh, this is just like the end of that one game. So it opens up into this terribly looking light, bright skybox, and everyone runs into the light, and it glows happy, and Stanley was happy. Except that's not what happened, so I'm gonna go back now. Anyway, any fans of Kleppy might recognize this little area, or the lack of it due to the lack of light. So yeah, you're supposed to carry a lantern here, and then there's these spikes here, and you jump up these ladders, climb up them, and then you get here, there's no proper platform, so you have to kind of just do that, and you'll take a little bit of damage. But that's a shortcut up to here. And I'll show you the other two, because these are pretty much identical. This is here, and this is here. Now you jump up here, you climb up here, and you go around here. There's some stuff there, some potatoes, more potatoes, and then you walk across this fin path, try not to get knocked off by anyone. And then there's some chests here, more of this, over here, more shields. Oh no, I'm bad at parkour. So you have these little jumps you gotta do. On the other side, there's also some chests. There are different duplicates of these. And then you have the fans here, which are really cool, which you can get pushed off by. Now inside here, here's the little mechanics going on. They're just like a little circle going on. I tried to make it go a bit faster, but this is as fast as I can make it go. And if I try to connect them, then all the redstone won't connect and the fans wouldn't work in a circular motion. So yeah. Whoop. So you have to jump across here, across these little gaps. Whoa, oh no! So yeah, it can be tricky because the fans will blow you again, blow you again, just like middle school. But then eventually, you make your way up here, and then you climb up this obnoxiously long ladder to make sure that if you fall, you'll almost certainly die of fall damage. And then you have these numbers, which I didn't really get to show this puzzle off much because it's kind of complicated and there's a lot of stuff cut out that was very, very boring. But yeah, so you have 13, you have 42, you have 28, and you have 36 here. So, the code was actually that these numbers weren't actually a number, but a number and a digit. What that means is that this 1 represents the first digit, so that's 3. This here is the third digit, so that's 6. So 3. So we have 3, 8, 6, 2. The same code, the code is the same for all of these 4 locked doors. I should mention that it's a 4-digit code though. So 3, 8, 6, 2. That's how you get in. You go in here, and then I had to manually teleport up. But it's just above you. So here it is. There actually isn't a book here yet. I didn't know who was going to win, so I just have this up here, which says replace offer. So survivor, offer, replace with winner. So you look here, survivor by replace with winner. And I'll just replace that text with whoever won. And here's the book. Very exciting. Now that should be everything I need to show you now. Except, I think there might have been one more thing. So yeah, here's a look at the outside of the map. Just looking around with some night vision. Very big area. Very sandstone area. All this and all that. All this kooky stuff. It looks normal to me, but yeah, everything out here is just a big desert. So yeah. I think that's everything though. Everything you need to know. Yeah, there's some redstone here because this floor is actually just redstone lamps. So, special redstone lamps. Large redstone lanterns. My mistake and my bad. I got it wrong. But yeah, you get the general idea. Oh yeah, I remember what it's going to be. It's the secret room. It's actually just literally right above here. So my plan was that when the people get in here, I was going to stand here in my mysterious shadowy figure and freak them out, and I'd be able to hear their screams from below, and it would be awesome. But that didn't happen because the cameras had to break. Anyway, that's all for actually showing this, and I guess that's it.